Man, I didn't know you were going live. I'm getting off. I thought we were having a
Tune
backstage.
in. This is your Friday Night Live podcast.
Photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke, don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a meeting.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. And you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's going on, good people?
What's good, bro? What's good?
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I can't complain. What we doing this evening?
I don't mess around and get bamboo.
Thurs,
what's going on, bro?
we just coming on to at least try to help a couple players that's a senior that don't have a scholarship. We're willing to help them out and go from there. See what we can do to help them get looked at to get a scholarship. Well, offer rather. If they got the grades to the GPA.
Yes.
And the scores.
If any kid is out there, if there's anything that FNL can do, we are willing to do. Get us your huddles. Let us know your GPAs. Let us know these test scores, man. This stuff is big. Y'all got to have this stuff in order, man. Get that huddle to us, your Twitter accounts. Let us know what your GPA is, your SAT or ACT scores. And FNL is willing to do anything we can help any kid that's looking to get to the next level.
Exactly.
And one other thing, we might not, and let me say that correctly. We may not be able to get you these Power Fives and all of this offer. But what we're trying to do is help kids get into college, and what you do from there is pretty much going to be up on you. So don't get discouraged if you feel like, man, I don't want to go to no Murray State or no Division II and all of this. We're trying to do anything we can help get you to that next level.
Exactly. Yes. How you doing, Dro?
What's good, Dro?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
All right, man.
Been a minute, man. Been a minute.
Yeah, man. You know how it is. When the season over, I tend to go into hibernation. But
yeah, man. But Happy New Year to you, because I ain't seen you since then, so I want to get that to you.
Yeah, man. We ain't seen each other since that night we chopped it up, man. But I hope y'all, keep on pushing and, keep taking this podcast to bigger and better things. I hate I missed the last couple of shows, but here I am tonight. So
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting quick show. We didn't come on to do much, keep everybody long. We just wanted to share a new aspect, new side of what FNL is trying to provide, which is helping these kids as much as possible getting to the next level. We're asking our kids that's not getting offers or hadn't had any offers or anything to reach out to us. Let us do whatever we can to help, again, by getting us your SAT scores, ACT scores, your GPAs, letting us know your huddle accounts and your Twitter accounts so we can send these people to any people that we can network through to get you kids on to that next level.
Yeah, man. Sure, you're right.
And I will say that young men, be mindful of whatever is on your Twitter. Kind of clean it up a little bit. If it needs a little cleaning up, go ahead and do it. Because they do look at that.
Yes, ma'am, they do.
So,
Thurs, you got anything to add, man?
Yeah, I do want to say this. When it comes to your Twitter account, one, in your bio, you clearly want to show and display all your measurements. And when I say all your measurements, I'm talking you want to show height, weight, position. You want to make sure that you're talking about your GPA. You want to ensure you got your huddle link up there. You want to make sure that you have your ACT, SAT scores on there. And again, when you do your 40 time vertical, it's something else they do. Your shuttle time. You need all that stuff you do at camps is what you want to have up there. All right. If you go to camps, the stuff that they time you in, 40 shuttle, height, weight,
maybe.
Yeah, that's what you need to have all that stuff on there, because you can get that information from the camp that you went to. Like I say, SAT scores, ACT scores, GPA, class, the class you're in, and then on your page, post your actual highlights. And on top of that, follow these coaches and recruiters for the schools that you are interested in. Now, outside of that, once again, I will stress, make sure you register as early as possible on the NCAA Eligibility Center. And make sure you send your test scores to 9999. That is the code for your ACT and SAT scores to go to the transfer portal. So that's basically what it is, the high school portal. You cannot be recruited if you are not registered in that portal. In that portal, you can when you go to register, you can provide a lot of stuff, a lot of information, the links to your huddle, and everything else. And that there is the most important step.
You get thirsty to give it a crash course in marketing. I hear you, man.
Man, I got a crash course my son's senior year.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, man, is following these coaches and these recruiters on Twitter, because that's how they're gonna communicate with you. You can even put your phone number up there if you want to. That's fine. But you got to put the information out there. You got to keep your Twitter rolling. You got to keep adding to it. You got to make it keep popping up in their feed, one way or another.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, it's a hustle, because once you register in the portal, you're gonna get a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls from these agencies that to claim that they can help you get recruited. All right. One thing I will tell you, you're gonna have a lot of JUCOs reaching out at you. That is for sure. Cause my son had buku JUCOs reaching out to him.
And you know something. I'm sorry for cutting you off. There's nothing wrong with a JUCO if, because let's just keep it real. Some player may have to start at that level. You know what I'm saying? Get it in the mud, and then.
Did Stetson start at the JUCO?
He started as a walk-on. He did go JUCO, but I'm sorry, bro. I know that's where you was going with it, but I'm glad Dro did say that, because again, we have asked that any player that we're willing and attempting to help, and I say attempting because we're not guaranteeing anything, but that we're attempting to help. Understand, you may not get all of these Power 5 offers, these Division I offers, but our goal is to try to get every kid that wants to go, that has the credentials and the ability to go to that next level, that's playing football, to offer you as much help as we can.
So I mean, it starts with them putting in the work, like Thirsty was laying out, the basic marketing, you're on social media anyway. So you might as well, use it to your advantage. Put yourself out there, like from time to time, I might take a peek at under Deion Sanders tweets, and you'll see players putting their stats, y'all just laid it out. Y'all, pardon me, my brain ain't working fast tonight, but they'll put their highlights, all that kind of stuff, their measurements, whatever they need to try to get his attention. So y'all, Thursday laid it out for you. And, you got to help yourself, and others to step in and help you.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, man. And then, like I say, outside of that, the next biggest thing, getting to these camps, man. These camps are so powerful. People don't really understand because it's not just, like I say, going to your camps at like LaGrange or Georgia State where they got multiple schools. You got to get, if you want to go to Georgia, you need to go to the camps at Georgia every year from a sophomore on up. I would say as a freshman up, but from the time you hit high school, y'all talk to your parents, see what you can do about saving that money up to pay that $300, $250 to go to that camp for that weekend. Because the Georgia camp is a weekend-long camp. You stay overnight at Georgia. If that's the school you want to go to, that's where you need to go because that's how you're going to get noticed and get on that school's radar.
Well, let's be real. When you start talking about your Joe Wiggins and your Rusty Manziel, these colleges are paying these guys a hefty salary to go out and pretty much find talent as a recruiting agency for them. These people are really these people are putting on this camp to have the connection with these universities that's lacing their pockets to pretty much find these recruits for them. So it's like a showcase. It's nothing different. These camps are nothing different from the NFL draft. You know what I mean? Going to these camps is just allowing you to showcase your talent on a broader scale in front of people that can give you the chance of getting on that next level.
Now, I will add this. You can and you could get offered a scholarship at a camp. Because we was at the Georgia State. We was at the Georgia State camp. Kid got offered a scholarship right there on the spot.
Man, right here in Mercer. Mercer offers a camp. And I've seen 3 or 4 kids get offered right there on the spot. As a matter of fact, my little cousin got an offer right on the spot at the camp. So, yes, that's what I'm telling you. Putting that on display in front of the guys that can have you right then with an offer is the reason why you should want to go.
Yep. So this is to the parents. Parents, get your son to camps. Before you take your child to a camp, though, talk to your head coach to make sure that your head coach feel comfortable with that camp because some camps out there are bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit camps out there. So talk to you, run it.
See what happens when you go down by the coast.
And a lot of those camps are legit. Like the one in LaGrange, it is legit, and they have but the problem is they have a lot of coaches out there. There's a lot of schools. They normally have about 20 to 30 plus schools out there at one time.
Well, not to interrupt your thirst, but let me just tell you, just like he's speaking on that camp, right here in Middle Georgia, right now I'm speaking to a lot of kids in Middle Georgia because I don't think too many kids. I've attended this camp, and I don't see the talent and the number of kids in Middle Georgia showing up to this camp at Mercer. But Nick Saban had a problem with Jim Harbaugh out of Michigan coming and recruiting in the South.
No. He had a problem with him having a camp in the South.
In the South.
That's what he had a problem with.
Florida, right?
Yes, but guess what? Michigan got representatives at that Mercer camp. Ole Miss, Alabama, Georgia. All of these people are at that Mercer camp. So y'all kids in Middle Georgia really need to get with coaches and find out the dates of that camp. Now, I know the camp has passed for this cycle, but this camp happens every year, man. And I don't see the kids in Middle Georgia attending that camp.
Most camps are in June. Run in either June or July. It's when most camps are running.
Yeah.
From my experience. So a lot of them, you can go to the school's website and they'll have the information posted on there. You can Google football camps. Now, do keep in mind, all these Nike camps and Under Armour camps, you got to be invited to those. So that's a different level. But like I said,
Rusty Manziel hosts one down in Valdosta. Lowndes County High, I think it is. Pretty good camp. Now, I will say this, and if anybody have listened to me speak about Rusty Manziel, you will understand I'm really not a fan of his. Only because of something that he said. He kind of discouraged some kids to talk about your size and your measurements. You know what I mean? A lot of people might look at that as, oh, well, he's telling the truth. But me, I'm the type that I want a dog. I don't give a damn if you're 4'9". If you can play football, I want to take a look at you. A lot of these kids that go to these camps, they kind of discouraged by saying, if you ain't this such measurement, FBS and Power Fives ain't looking at you and stuff. That right there kind of discouraged me. Because I feel he was discouraging the kids when he made that announcement. But my thing is, get to these camps, get seen. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and what you can't do. I mean, one of the greatest players in the NFL right now was overlooked. Small in stature. I actually got to see him play in high school, and he was ridiculous. And he's tearing up the NFL field in the Cheetah. So a lot of times they miss because they look at size. If you know you're a dog, get your stuff together. SATs, ACTs, get your Twitter together. Get your huddle together. Go to these camps and fight to get where you want to be on whatever level that you think you need to be on. Accept what you get and don't turn down stuff just because it's not what you want. You can always make it happen by fighting through whatever route you need to go. We just spoke of Stetson Bennett. Walk on, went to JUCO, about to win his second national championship. Everybody can't go to P5 route off top.
Yeah, you're right. Some have to start getting it in the mud, so to speak, at first. And then when they improve in certain areas, develop even new skills, that's when Power 5 school may come knocking your door down.
Great point, Dro. A kid we just interviewed a couple of weeks ago. If y'all follow Fnl, y'all would have heard us interviewing a kid out of Peach County, went to JUCO route, went to an FCS school in Buffalo. Well, guess what? That kid signed with West Virginia a couple of days ago. He told us he would be signing with West Virginia. He signed with West Virginia. And if I'm not mistaken, West Virginia is in the Big 12 in the Power 5 conference. Am I right?
That's right. You're exactly right.
So it ain't impossible. It's not impossible. So we know with the transfer portal, after the COVID years, when a lot of years was awarded to, a lot of years of eligibility was awarded to a lot of the older players, it's hard for you high school players to get into college right now. Take the route that you have to take, and it'll pay off in the long run.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. But really, I'm just gonna say it's been fun chopping up with y'all tonight. But man, I'm about to eat.
Before you go, Thursday, let me ask you this one question. We could talk about it, and when we do the preseason shows and whatever. Let me leave you with this question.
Okay.
Is the power dynamic about to change in 3-8?
Yes, sir.
Don't know. We're gonna find out next week. We should find out next week.
So we're gonna revisit this question.
Correct. We're gonna come back to it every Wednesday. Trust, because because the carousel is about to start turning.
And remind me to get with you Thursday. I want to off camera. I don't want to get no rumors going. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going, but I just want to get some info on that.
I already got it. I already know the answer to it, but yeah, we can talk off camera.
All right. I definitely want to know the answer to that myself.
All right, I'll hit y'all tomorrow.
Danny, Mr. Robert, Brian. Demetri, what's
Ooh,
going
Thursday.
on, family? What's good with y'all?
Hey y'all, what's going on?
Yo, what's happening? How y'all doing tonight?
So I
Go ahead,
missed
Jay.
it. No, I'm sorry. I was just saying I missed the podcast Wednesday. Had a little issue logging on, but what were y'all discussing?
Just the upcoming season, thinking about the transfer portal, talking about some college football, things like that. We had a great interview again with Noah Winnington, who spread a lot of insight on some things. And just to
I
piggyback
missed
off what
it.
Noah said, one of his biggest things and his suggestion to a lot of kids trying to get in while we're speaking on the show that we're speaking on tonight, trying to get into college, is just that. First, get into college. Everything else will take care of itself. When you start being concerned about P5s and NIL deals and things like that, you already done lost the battle.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a great point with that, man. Noah's a good kid. Yeah, Brian, you know him, man. He's a good kid. He spoke well. You know, he talking about future plans and what he planned on doing at Oregon. And if anybody know Noah, you know that kid is a go-getter. And he said he gonna do it.
Yes, and I mean he comes from two great parents. That's why I hate I missed him. He comes from two great parents, extremely smart. Like his mama she is literally a genius. So nothing he says surprises me.
Yep. So that was the show Wednesday. EP, we all know that it's gonna be a lot of coaching announcements that will be coming within the next couple of days, the early start of next week. So we'll definitely be shedding a lot of light on that on our next show on Wednesday. Not to mention, I got to get with the panel because we got a very, 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 very special interview that we will be conducting on next Friday. It won't be StreamYard, unfortunately, Mo, but it will be in a place where we can air it, though, if you want to get with me on that. But this interview is going to be a very special interview that I think everybody should tune in and listen to. J-Bo, what's going on, man?
Yo, J-Bo, what's happening? Speaking of which, I don't want to jump the gun too far, but I've been seeing a lot of people, I don't know if you want to call it misinformation or pre-information, whatever type of information. But it's a lot of people saying, well, this coach going here, this coach is going there. And I know it's going to all be addressed next week. But what it made me think about is this. The power structure may change in a lot of these classifications with certain schools who have been on top, but with the leadership that may be coming in, they may be taking a different course. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I'm trying to be measured in what I'm saying because I don't want to jump the gun too far, But there are a lot of people out there that claim they have information. So I'm just eagerly waiting for next week to see, who's going where. I mean, it's an exciting time right now, and I can't wait to see how everything is going to play out. And I'm looking forward to having that conversation with Thirsty,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think, we'll talk about it because I know exactly, we'll talk about it. Like I said, if anybody know this panel from FNL, if you follow us, you've been listening to us, we have a lot of insight on a lot of things that goes on behind the scene because the people on this panel are well connected in the Georgia high school football world. But the way Dro just said, until it's finalized, you won't hear us speaking on it. we ain't beat to be the first one to come out there and say, we told you first, or trying to put info out there without it being confirmed. We may know something. We may know something before you listeners even have a chance to even think about it. But, you know, some people have this mentality that they want to be the first person to put this information out and things like that. And we accept that. It's fine. But just know, until we get everything confirmed, that's the only time you will hear FNL speaking on anything.
That's right.
Good
Amen.
afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
How
What's
you
going
right.
on,
doing,
man?
Barry?
All right, Barry,
And
what's up?
can I say this? Because I got kicked off. Something was going on with my phone, and I don't know if y'all have said it. I just came in on the back end of what you were talking about. But I will say, in the event that what you put out there, if it does happen to come to fruition, that is not an "I told you so" moment.
Please say it, please. Because I made that very clear on my post. Don't get on my post talking about I told you so. Because I never said it wasn't going to happen or it was. But it's just amazing. It's amazing. On that situation, let's just be real. We know the situation. You know, you got to think about kids, man. This all it's about. You know what I mean? A lot of these kids hadn't even heard from their coaches that they may be leaving. A lot of these kids haven't had the opportunity to get that information coming from them coaches. But you all feel like, let me run the social media and spread this. Like that's sucker shit to me. And I'm just gonna be real with you.
Yeah, it's in very poor taste. It's not
I agree.
professional, and
I totally agree with that.
And it makes you look stupid in the event that it does not come to fruition. And you're talking like is set in stone. Nothing is set in stone until the papers are signed and it's official.
Nothing.
So I mean, professional people don't go out. Oh, well, it's out there. So you perpetuate the rumor. You wait for confirmation.
Wait for confirmation.
Grown people, that's what grown professional people do. And if you don't, it just makes you seem like you messy and you got a big mouth. And that's okay. If that's how you operate, that's how you operate. I'm not mad at you.
Okay, well, you say it's okay, sis, but y'all keep that sucker stuff over there. Don't bring that over here.
I think you got a big mouth, and I think you're messy. And I don't ever want to hear you talking about a woman being messy and spreading stuff because you're no better. You're matter of fact, you're worse. Just know I think you're a pansy. But other than that, we cool.
And somebody, I won't call no names, but just know I ain't afraid to call a name. But I'm going to just say, out of respect for what we try to do and who we try to be here at FNL, which is professionals, I won't call any name. But this one somebody had the nerve, the audacity, the gonads to tell me, oh, I've been knew this. But that same person also called 2 or 3 other coaches' name that was supposed to be going somewhere. That didn't happen. So I think this person is just I'm going to throw names on the wall and whatever stick, I got the ability to say, I told you so.
Mm-hmm. That's not how it works here.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works here.
Because to be real, like I said, FNL has a wide stretch, whether you know it or not. We sit down in the room with some of the biggest wigs at the top levels when it comes to high school football. I'm talking about from the director of the GHSA all the way down to the fucking community coach at a lot of high schools. We get all kind of information, but until it's verified and it has been confirmed, you won't hear us say a mumbling word about it. So to these people who choose to be social media reporters and things like that, just be mindful of what you're doing, man, and think about kids and parents and stuff instead of trying to put your name and yourself out there like you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you're the same kind of person that when somebody dies, you run to social media and you RIP And nobody from the immediate family has even said a word, but you all on social media talking about what a great person the person was when they died, and just it's just in poor taste.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I mean, I know you might be excited and you might not mean anything by it, but just know that it's not very professional and it's in poor taste. So from here going forward, I would hope that you would not do that. And you get so concerned, you're so concerned about athletics, but you have not said anything about academics. You're
My
not focused
Lord.
on that. You don't care anything about that. But when it comes down to what's going on the football team, I mean, you ain't even concerned about the basketball team or the baseball team, and certainly not the girls' any female sports.
I feel hit. I feel hit, even though I know it's not about me, but everybody know. Dro, if it ain't about football, Dro don't care about it. And it come off kind of kind of cold and careless and like, well, are you serious, Dro? I mean, I'm sorry, I can't help it. I mean, it's like, let me lay it out for you. Dro, such and such playing in basketball. Oh, okay, that's cool. you want to go?
Hey,
Nah, yeah,
Joe, I ain't feel that needle move at all.
Or how about this one? It's a big volleyball match, boy, for the region championship. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Oh okay. Well, they're cool. I hope they win. Just tell me about it later on. I gotta go plant some water or something. And I'm sorry. I hate that, but just I felt hit when you said that. I just had to,
Well,
throw that
Well, in I guess I could say defense of Dro. Dro is still
But
not one of those people that rush on here, and Dro have a platform. Dro is a part of this
yeah,
panel, but you don't see Dro rushing out. Football is his life. You hear him. He don't care about nothing else unless it's football. But
and
Dro
he
ain't
said
running up trying to put the cart before the horse.
exactly, and
That's
that's
all
what
we
I
speaking
was
on.
gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, you concerned about football and to the point of you putting out all this information, but you get something about academics. You know what I'm saying? Joel has a platform. He said, but he ain't going around spreading rumors and gossiping like two ladies. So that's there's so I'm not putting you in that category. I'm sorry you felt it. That I was not shooting
No,
you.
no, I know it, Jess. I know you wouldn't. I was just lightning. I can't even say it right now. Y'all get what I'm trying to say.
Lightning. I got what
Hello.
you're
Lightning
saying. You
up
just
the
lightning
The
mood.
it
I
up.
guess
mood.
I'm
Yeah,
saying it right.
He
Yeah.
just lightening the
I got
mood.
you. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with lightning the mood.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you, Bear?
Well, first off, man, I want to say thank you to all y'all who reached out and tried to contact coaches and sent videos, man. It really mean a lot to us as Pierce County fans and Pierce County. Because y'all doing something the coaches or the community ain't trying to do for these kids. And
Respect.
that's a big plus, man, in my book.
Yeah.
Respect. And Barry, remind me to get with you off camera, man. I got some news for you, and it's great news. So,
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
sir.
DJ coming on tomorrow. You want to
Okay,
talk tomorrow?
okay.
He had a
So,
baseball game
Man, this
now, so
man
he come on
this
tomorrow.
man play hurt season after play, and y'all do this man like this, bro. I don't respect that, bro. I
yeah,
don't respect it.
yeah,
He definitely works hard. So the
They
very
goal
well
is
about
to
killed this
deserving.
man. His 11th and 12th grade year. They about killed this man on the field, running him back to back, play after play after play. This man hurt, but he's still out there giving his all, and y'all do him like this? No, man.
Definitely deserving. Um, and anybody I reached out to now, I'll just say, without going in depth, like I said, we'll talk off camera. off air. I reached out to 4 schools today. One hit me back. You saw the reply on that, and they are willing to take the next step. He's gonna be mentioning that at the team meeting on Sunday, and Monday he told me that it should be an official offer. So
Man,
I
thank
don't
you, man.
know. Yeah, I now this is just like I said. I would rather had. That's why I didn't get back with you. I would rather had got everything together before I did come to you with that. But just at this point, from what you're feeling and what has transpired with the kid that is deserving, I just want to let you know everything should be on point by Monday.
All right, I appreciate that, man.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all was a big help. Believe it or not, but y'all was a big help. Like I said, y'all did something these coaches down here ain't doing.
Yeah, but we're here at FNL. I mean, everybody on this panel, minus 3 people, I have known. Come to find out, one of them is my blood cousin, so she's my sister and my cousin. But I say that to say, bruh, you couldn't have put a panel of people together that was more in tune like we are. You know, everybody on this panel feel that we do this not for any kind of clout, not for nobody to stand up and give us a standing ovation. J-Bo can attest to it, man. J-Bo come on all the time, man. I appreciate y'all for this. J-Bo, this is what we are. This is what we got this platform set up for. It's about the kids with us. That's why you don't come on here bashing no kids. That's why we try to do everything we can to help these kids as much as we can. That's all it's about. And again, I say, all you people that's out there looking for clout, want to use our platform and our page to say, oh, I told you this, and find somewhere else to go, man. Because I'm going to start whacking you. Every time I see that stuff, I'm cutting you. You're getting out of here. Dro, get him out of here.
I hear you, bro.
You ain't about the kids, bro. This ain't for you. Because that's all we care about here. Having fun, shooting the BS with y'all fans, talking football and any other sport besides, Dro. But, having fun and taking care of these kids. That's it. Anything else is uncivilized with us.
Yeah, we draw the line at certain things. Now,
Certain
we like
things, man.
fun and we cut loose at times, and of course, yeah. But the main purpose is to get these kids recognized. You know what I'm saying? While also trying to entertain you all, because we appreciate y'all, watching this show, supporting us, interacting with us, and everything. But put these kids, let us, if there are athletes out there that we are not aware of yet, that you think, deserve a look, let us know, and then we'll do what we can to help them.
Exactly.
If DJ get this scholarship because y'all, man, I'm gonna make me a shirt and wear it around here, kind of let them know what's going on. Y'all didn't do this.
Hey, don't worry. I'm in the process of getting some pressed. I'm in the process of getting some made up. So.
And I will buy some, more than one.
Okay. Well,
that means a lot. A lot, man.
Yeah.
This man's been getting scholarships in the 10th grade when he won that when he won the championship.
I agree.
Yeah.
Concur. I concur. So,
but y'all,
Man,
I know it's a little
he carried
somber
the team
mood.
by itself.
I know it's a little somber mood, but I just want y'all to see a future Peach County Trojan quarterback. Y'all see
hey,
that?
my baby.
Oh, look at that. Hey, yeah.
Future Peach County Trojan quarterback.
Yes, sir.
What's up, little man?
Hey, my baby.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, big man.
I can't wait
Yep.
I can't wait to hold you.
So this is what I
such a
do it
good
for.
baby too.
Yes, this is what I do it for, man. You remember Trick Daddy say Trick love the kids? Man, yo love the kids, man.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this.
You certainly do, Jimmy Wayne.
Before we get out of here later. Let me ask y'all this. Have y'all discussed the upcoming national championship game?
We did a little bit on Wednesday, but feel free, Joe, because you was not here, and I would love to hear your take on it.
Bro, let me say this. Everybody know I'm a Dogs fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta be honest. And I'm only, if y'all heard this before, I'm sorry, but I wasn't here to the previous couple of shows. But
I wasn't either, so I haven't heard it. So talk.
Ohio State played their best game of the season.
Best game.
I mean, they gave Georgia all that we could handle.
Yes.
I understand Kirby Smart wasn't happy with Stetson Bennett's performance at certain points of the game, but Stetson showed up in the fourth quarter. You know, go ahead, Jess.
What I was gonna say, if you look at that play, if you go back and you look at that play, that interception, that was not that interception was not Stetson's fault. If you break it down and you look, he was supposed to, what's his name? Buddy was, if he had gone inside when he was looking where he did, it looked like he was going to the inside, but he broke around and went the other way. That wasn't Stetson's fault, and that's just my opinion.
Well, I think what he had an issue with was he felt like Stetson may have gone off script a few times.
Yeah.
You know, I think that probably was the main issue. But the reason I brought the game up is this right here. Because there's been a lot of, I've been getting into it with Ohio State fans. I got to be honest with y'all. Now, here's the thing. Do y'all think when Marvin Harrison went out of the game after that hit, do y'all think that changed the game?
No. Well, yes and no. I think because if you think about it, first of all, Marvin Harrison, he wasn't gonna catch that ball. He had missed the ball. He wasn't gonna catch it, and he had already stepped out of bounds. That's the one thing. And then he had not caught a pass. I mean, it changed it, but it didn't. He had not caught a pass since I think maybe the second quarter, and that's because of the defense. But when he went out, they were able to alter, and they didn't have to double up on him anymore. So I guess my answer is yes and no, if that makes any sense.
Well, let me chime in real quick, bro. I myself said, Bullock, great play, defensive player of the game. He knocked out Marvin Harrison Jr. But I watched the interview in which Ryan Day said nothing changed for them with Marvin Harrison being out. So therefore, if you're still running the same plays, if you're still doing your same offense, you hadn't watered it down because you feel your best receiver has been hurt now. You know, I feel like that was Georgia's defense actually stepping up. Now, yeah, it did take a lot off because now you're not in a double team. You can play your man-to-man. You can play your zero coverages and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think that the complex of the game changed when Georgia offense came alive, because Georgia offense first quarter was stagnant, looked like garbage. Second quarter came back, took the lead before the half. Third quarter looked like garbage. Fourth quarter came back, took the lead. Like, that's the way I see the game going. 2 quarters was won by Ohio State. 2 quarters was won by Georgia. It was a missed field goal that determined the winner of the game after 2 quarters went, either way.
Yes, because Georgia missed 2 field goals, right?
One that I know.
And I think this is the first game where a team in the football playoff era that a team has led by 14 points or more and still lost the game. There's no way in the fourth, Ohio State was leading this game with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. How do you let somebody outscore you 18-3? So you can blame it on the kicker, you can blame it on Marvin Harrison going out, this, that, and the other, but Ohio State's defense is they just not stellar. I mean, Nick Bosa and all those are gone.
I agree.
I think that was the biggest difference in the game because Marvin Harrison. Nobody. I don't know anybody that can really cover that boy. I mean, he is just good.
Yeah,
but
you're not covering him one-on-one in college. You know what I mean? And let's be real. His dad, who went at about 6'1", even, was unguardable in the NFL.
Yes,
so
he was.
You got a father that can teach you and show you how to run routes. Like, who you think in college gonna be able to stop that?
Obviously nobody. And the thing is, even with that, I mean, Marvin Harrison is Marvin Harrison, but Ohio State, they recruit dogs too, and their wide receiver room is stellar. Like, it's not a whole lot of drop off between your second and third option. You know what I'm saying? You've got they got wide receivers.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're just young. Right now. But okay, let me segue into this then. Piggybacking off Marvin Harrison. TCU is coming in with a dog at receiver themselves.
He's a dog.
6'2", 6'3", I think, 215, 220. He's a big receiver.
With a 4.5 speed.
Right. So do you think that TCU would give Georgia problems with that air raid offense that they run?
I don't. I'm gonna just be honest. I think the layoff kind of got the best of Georgia because let's be real. LSU had 2 studs. Tennessee had stud receivers, and our defense was able to shut them down.
But were those receivers the same caliber as a Marvin Harrison as the receiver? Because that receiver from TCU is a projected first rounder.
Definitely. He is, but the drop off between he and the other guy is substantial. So if you double up on him, because I mean when Georgia did what they did, Marvin Harrison he hadn't caught a pass since the second quarter. So like the third quarter, they isolated him. And so, but Ohio State had other options that were, feasible. But I don't know that the drop off, between that stud and those other receivers from TCU, I don't know. And like I said, I'm not a prognosticator, so I'm just kind of using, a little logic, trying to be a little logical.
Let's be real. The number 4 from Tennessee is just as big as a stud as Marvin Harrison Jr.
He right behind him. He 1.8. I give you that. I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna need Keely to look for the ball and stop just running.
Man, what y'all talking about, man?
Right, number 5.
Man, Keely is good, man. What y'all talking about, man?
He got outplayed in certain parts of that game.
He always does.
Listen. Let me just say this. Anybody that plays the game, and let me clarify. There's no way I'm saying anybody on this panel don't know football because my 2 sisters know football. But the advantage is going to be wide receiver. I don't care where you go. You can have a stud defensive back and a stud wide receiver. That wide receiver, on a total of targets, you target him 10 times a game, he's going to have 7 catches. Okay, and you may look at that as he's getting beat, but all you can do is hope to contain and not allow the getting behind for the long touchdowns and things like that. Keely's doing what Keely's supposed to do.
Listen to what you just said. Now take that logic and apply it to that receiver, that dog from TCU. Apply that logic to that receiver. He's bigger than Marvin Harrison, stronger than Marvin Harrison.
And probably faster, a little bit faster.
Now, he's not faster, but he is bigger and stronger. But that plays into Keely because Keely is a big corner. Everything at Georgia standing 6'1" or 6'2" at that cornerback position.
So you think they match up well?
the best thing on Keely, just look at it. If you beat him off the line, you got him. But if you trying to man up and play physical with him, you're gonna lose every time.
He need to look for the ball. He just be running.
He don't. But
But
I
here's
heard
the
that
thing,
Washington will be back for this game.
which is good
Yeah,
because
but
he's a great blocker.
but with his ankle injury, I don't know how effective he will be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he gonna be able to plant his foot. You know, I don't know, because for him to go out of the game the way he did, I just don't see how much of an impact he gonna make. For me, this game gonna come down to the battle in the trenches between Georgia's defensive line and TCU's offensive line. That,
Mm-hmm.
for me, that's what it's gonna come down to. You know, now I'm sure y'all have different perspectives on it. You know, but TCU is a physical team. They out physical Michigan, and Michigan is known to be physical this season anyway. But if I had to put Ohio State versus TCU on the field, let's say if they played each other last week, the way Ohio State played, I think they would have beat TCU by at least 2 or 3 touchdowns.
I agree.
That's just my opinion. But for me, Georgia kind of looked like that layoff might have hurt them a little bit. And then on top of that, they have several injuries. That offensive line that they have depth issues right now. You know what I'm saying? Because of injuries. You know,
Jalen Carter had flu-like symptoms. I think Brock did too. Last week,
okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
And they didn't hit the other receiver Bowers in that game a whole lot either. So
Yeah,
He
that's what I'm
wasn't
saying. They
feeling.
say
Yeah, he wasn't feeling up to it,
he had
and
flu-like symptoms.
you got to think again. Once, like I say, football offense. When you got an explosive offense, and you got a month to prepare, man, you can throw all kind of wrinkles in. If you go back and listen to that interview with Coach Ryan Day and CJ Stroud, all they did was talk about the system that they put in. This was not Ohio State normal offense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they had a whole month to prepare,
Yeah,
as
you can
opposed
beat anybody with
to
a whole month
Georgia.
to prepare.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
when you got that opportunity and you gave your best punch, I mean, yes, it looked sloppy for Georgia. Georgia was taking blows all game, but Georgia with the championship pedigree wind up that right hand and throw one haymaker that knocked them out. And that's how you got to look at that. It was a heavyweight fight where the victor was taking majority of the beating and the punishment all game, but they were steady throwing them body blows.
And you right. I agree with that. I think Georgia showed great resilience. But there's another player we haven't mentioned that I don't know if he's gonna play or not, and that's McConkey.
Oh yeah, Lad McConkey.
Yeah.
Because you remember he got hurt in the SEC championship game. He hurt his knee.
Well, let me ask you this. We'll segue, since we've been talking about Georgia defense and TCU offense. Let's switch it up. So TCU runs what, a 3-3-5, right?
Yeah. That'll be a bad day for them. That'll be a bad day
with that defense. And, Big 12 is not really known for defense. And I know we talking about Lad McConkey in the passing game, but with that 3-3-5 defense, if you got the right personnel, like you can get 5 and 6 yards relatively easy if you got the personnel and the blocking and all of that stuff. So it might be, and I don't know what Todd Monken is going to do, because sometimes he goes rogue too. So do you think that Georgia can rely on the run game a lot as opposed to the passing game, because Darnell Washington? Yeah, because he's injured and McConkey's injured. I mean, AD Mitchell is back, but
well, they said that Washington had X-ray of his foot. Nothing is broken.
It's a soft tissue injury, I think.
So that tells me one or two things. He's gonna have that ankle um, taped up very well, and he's probably gonna have a shot in his foot
There
before
you
the
go.
game.
There you go, babe. I ain't want to steal your thunder. They gonna
I
shoot
mean,
him up.
because it happens. And
Yeah,
my son don't had that happen before.
yeah. They
Does it
So
gonna
hurt?
and
take
he
that
played
shot.
and it played like he didn't even have an injury.
Yep.
So that's what they do.
So
But
what happens after the shot wear off?
you worry about that after the game.
You ice up and you get with the trainer after
Yeah.
the
Uh,
game.
Just
okay.
Because
look
one
over
thing
that.
about it,
Just
that's
look
what
over
Jed's
that.
saying. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
Yeah, just look over that too, cause you know they always got that one trainer to play like, hey, come on over here and wrap my foot up.
hmm
Yeah.
They know what to do. They
It
know what to
always be
do.
that one trainer. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all
Oh
be
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
That what Rush
come
got
on.
in trouble for, ain't it?
Yeah,
But
let
he
me.
had a trainer.
Well, I'm just
Look, I sure hope Peach County keep ours because he's a good trainer.
Yes, he is.
yeah.
I'd
Yeah, I
hope they
pray
keep
he
him on
does.
staff.
Yeah, Trip is a good guy, man. I like
He
Trip.
is. He took my baby to doctor's appointments for his follow up with his shoulder injury his senior year. So, yeah, I hope they keep him because he's a very good trainer.
Yep.
Mm.
Well,
Now,
that,
when
So
Jed
that's
speaking of that,
noble. That's noble. That's all good, and I hope they do keep him in everything. But I just want to see my dog just pull it out because,
me too.
man,
Me
boy,
too.
they
Yeah.
babe. I mean, I was like, man, I thought I was finna have to go to the hospital. And my heart stopped several times. No, wait a minute,
Look,
Mine too.
bad. Wait a minute, I shouldn't have used it because it was, what I can't think.
Hamlin,
Y'all help me out with his name.
the
Yeah.
lost
Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Yeah, Hamlin. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have used that. I'm sorry. I apologize. Maybe I should have said something else. I got sick watching that Georgia game until
Yeah,
honey.
it was very intense. I
Your
think you
blood
went by
pressure went up.
yourself.
Your pressure went up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, your pressure went up.
Well,
I
I ain't
get it
gonna lie.
because
I was too
I had
drunk
to
to
cut
be
it off.
scared.
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. I was too drunk to be scared out that game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Lord have mercy.
Look, but I will say
Y'all did
this.
not answer my question.
Do what, Jess?
Go ahead. I was wondering, I can remember y'all question.
You
Oh my
breaking
God.
up.
That goddamn mule will be chasing too
Hello?
hard.
She must be in the country.
Y'all
Yeah, she
can't
She
hear
chasing
don't.
me?
mules.
She don't
No.
find her a trainer. She don't look.
You sound better now.
Yeah,
She rubbing feet right now.
Yeah,
Y'all
she said.
hush.
She said, "Come on, come
I didn't
on
do
over here,
anything but move my
rub my
phone. Be
feet together.
quiet.
Come on,
I
come
am
on,
a
take
good
my
girl,
ankle
y'all.
up for me."
Yeah. You want me to make you feel better for the Mar game?
I cannot stand you guys. But what I was
Oh
saying
man.
was I didn't know. I don't remember if y'all answered my question or not.
Which
Hello?
was? Which was?
About do you think Georgia should run a lot because of the
Yes.
3-3-5 defense?
Yeah, that's what I was
I
gonna
think
say.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Running and
do it.
running
Yeah.
and screening. If you throwing screen passes with pulling linemen on a 3-3-5 defense, do you know what that means? You got man. Listen, them DBs out there trying to block them pulling linebackers and tight ends like Big O and Bowers. They gonna have a bad day. So if that's gonna be their base defense that they're gonna stay in for the remainder of the game, yeah, Georgia might put up 300 plus rushing yards.
And I believe Edwards gonna
I
have a
like
good
that
Yeah,
game
run.
with
like I
that running
said,
game with that because he already a hard runner. He gonna bust you in the mouth when he running. So
Colquitt
I
County,
hope he
baby.
has an excellent game.
Yeah,
Colquitt County.
McIntosh too. McIntosh and
Kenny
Edwards.
Milton.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mills.
McIntosh. Mm-hmm.
No, they'll give Robinson some look too. Won't
Oh yeah, Branson Robinson. That's what I was speaking to someone and telling them, that's the craziest thing that you don't understand, man. They go 5 deep, really. Now those three, and really, Edwards has been the most consistent.
they? Yeah.
But you going really 5 deep at the back. You got 3 backs that can start on any team. I don't care who your running back is. And one of those 3 lined up in that G on their helmet can go to any team in the country and start. So when you got a
I'm gonna
backfield
tell
like
you.
that,
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm going for TCU.
Of
We
course you
look,
are.
we have no doubt
Okay,
you
we
are
knew
a
that.
Bama fan.
Yeah,
Bama
come on,
TCU
T
fan.
Wayne. What else you saying now? We knew that.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
ain't
Water's
nothing new.
wet.
That,
I don't
yeah.
even,
We could
I
have just
don't even
moved
want to
on
talk no more. I don't even
conversation
want
that.
to talk no more. EP don't ruin my appetite.
Yeah, he
Look,
got
him
hey,
and the whole Bama fan base is TCU fans now. They up there
Hey,
jumping up talking about go horn frogs.
that what I told my sister and my brother out who house I was in Tennessee. Shout out Clarksville, Tennessee, man. Great place to bring the new year in with. But
Mhm.
they Alabama fans.
okay.
Then
Yeah.
they became LSU fans.
You ain't
Then
Then
lying.
they
Ohio
became
State
Ohio
fans.
State fans.
Well,
Now
they
they
were Tennessee
TCU
fans
fans.
too now. They
Well, they
Tennessee
weren't
fans
really
too.
they weren't really Tennessee fans because they thought, if Tennessee beat them, they still had a shot. So they wanted a rematch with Tennessee. They wanted us to beat Tennessee. They weren't really worried about Tennessee too much. But they sure wanted them other ones, boy. They
Yeah,
wanted them bad. When they
you ain't
realized they ain't
lying.
had no shot at that championship, they did not want
When
us to
they
win.
when they thought they were gonna talk their way into the playoffs after they
Oh, Nick
won that bowl
Saban.
game. Oh my
Oh, he
God, it
went
was
on the
so many
stroll, didn't
different
he?
scenarios and womp, 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 womp. I was like, Bama, sit on the couch with your popcorn, eat you some chicken wings, and
Guess
watch
what?
these dogs play.
Get what they said, babe. They said, y'all took TCU in the playoffs. We beating the team because Kansas State beat TCU for the Big 12 championship. Alabama had Kansas State they butts in that Sugar Bowl, and they griping saying y'all took TCU who couldn't beat
Kansas
Kansas
State.
State, and we whooping Kansas State. I'm like, are you
Cause
serious?
here's the thing with that, I looked at that totally different from what the crybaby said. Well, no, I shouldn't have said that because it may get that to him, but I felt like they were crying. But this how I looked at it. I think TCU was looking ahead. They were
Yeah.
looking ahead. They overlooked Kansas State in that game. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And Alabama, yeah, they went to the Sugar Bowl. The Sugar Bowl ain't got the relevance it used to have, and so they felt some type of way about it. So now they want to jump on TCU bandwagon. They can't wait to celebrate in the streets of Tuscaloosa or wherever they come from. If
hey,
Throwing
TCU
the
win the
tissue paper
Everywhere.
game,
all
but
in the trees.
listen,
Everywhere.
you
Everywhere
roll
but
tide fans,
Tuscaloosa.
y'all, you
hey,
ain't lying. They just like
look at
Dallas
Demetra,
Cowboy fans.
man.
They can't
I
even
see
tell you who the
Demetri in
coach.
the comments on some roll tide.
I ain't paying no attention to that. They can't tell you who the coach was before Saban got there.
You ain't lying. They don't even know his name. They don't know who the coach was before Saban got there.
Right.
Oh, they don't want to know about when their coach got caught up in the strip club. They don't want to know about
No,
Mike
they don't know.
Shula, how they had to get
The
rid of him because
Bowls.
he going, he had the Bowls, he
They had
going
to force him out.
2-9 and stuff. They don't know about all that stuff.
No,
Still
they know
hanging
what's
on
fair.
to the legend of Bear Bryant and all that. You know what I'm saying?
They had two,
Right.
three coaches since then. Wasn't that
Yeah,
Curry was there? And, you see, they don't even know.
yeah. They just like Dallas Cowboy fans. I can't. Only difference is Alabama been winning championship recently. Dallas ain't. I can't stand Dallas. I
Every year
like
they
them.
they
Ew.
going to the Super Bowl.
I like their
I
Brian
see
Jones,
though.
uniform. I like their
Kitty
uniform.
Boone
Don't
don't
get me
like
wrong,
that now.
but that
Brian
fan
Jones.
base, that
Hey,
fan base is
where
some
Ticket?
delusion.
I
He
don't
the
know where he is. I don't think he
he
listening
the
tonight.
main
Cause he
look, Brian
look.
Jones the main one. Don't let them win. Oh, they going to the Super Bowl.
Yes,
Them
honey.
boys
But
look
look here.
good. Y'all say
Put
that
him
every
on with that
year.
camera on. Listen, this ain't your other podcast. You don't have to be on camera. This ain't no thirst trap over here. Go on, cut it off.
I know. That background about made me throw up.
I know, right? All up in my mouth. I got to throw up all in my mouth.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad we
Kid will
touched
say
on that
keep
game,
talking.
y'all. I appreciate y'all giving me a few minutes to talk about that game. I'm trying to get past what I just saw. I don't want to see that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Ever,
So
ever.
I'm
I know.
y'all,
telling you.
yeah, that was the worst thing on the show tonight. That backdrop, I can't.
Just
Oh,
some bull sugar.
terrible.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Every time you say that, it made me think about Shakira. But Shakira get a tickle. She get tickled every time you say bull sugar.
Oh no.
I need to add that into my repertoire. My mouth a little raunchy if y'all didn't realize it.
I had to
Look, that's
tell
why
Wilbur
I
that
added
today.
it in there to keep me from going saying the other stuff. Cause I say it too hard and too harsh.
I had to tell Wilbur that today. But he said Shan seemed like she just go off and Jessica seemed like she laid back. I said, shit, that cause you don't know Jessica did.
Yeah,
Tell him he's
they
right.
both of them got some fire on them.
Hey, I told him you don't know cause both of them some pit bulls, just caged up, ready to be sick.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
I
a
can
sweet.
I can see me not having some issue and I say, sick 'em. And boy, I can see whoever it is getting towed up out the frame.
Yeah, they will. I'm very protective, especially with female. Like, I don't know if y'all talked about it because I haven't been on in a couple of weeks. Did we ever discuss that incident with the Raider fan and the Patriot fan?
I think we touched on it. I don't think
Yeah.
we
didn't go in depth in it.
Because if that had been my brother, my cousin, or my friend, she would not have been able to do that.
Honey, y'all would have been picking her up off the sideline because I would have dragged that heifer all the way down those doggone bleachers and chairs.
I know y'all would have. And get what? It should have got it. It should have got in my face like that. And y'all would have been there. I'd have been smiling like a mother because I knew where the end result was finna be.
So one of them trainers would have been running up on her to I think she coming through. She's waking up.
Exactly. She would have tumbled down them doggone bleachers.
Right. Be like, girl, you better try Jesus and not me.
Hey, Jess, since you brought that up, wasn't that classic what Robert Kraft did for him?
Yes, that was. Really was. I was glad that he did that.
Yeah.
It really
was. Said, try Jesus, Shan.
You're right.
We sang that song, Try Jesus, oh, he's all right.
Hey, Shan.
Yes, sir.
It looked like your Tampa Bay Buccaneers may be facing the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I think about that? Every time that we face the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs, we knock them out. So that's what I think about that.
Well,
okay, well, I won't
Joe, that's one of them games that the needle just don't move on that one.
It really don't, but I think I'm gonna watch it because I want to see what Tom Brady's gonna do. You know that they qualified for the playoffs. I want to see.
He gonna turn up. He a whole different breed when it's playoff mode.
It's just like that game Monday. It don't move the needle. Same way.
Only reason I ain't moving the needle in your book because you're gonna be watching it from the sideline, Tuscaloosa.
That's all right. That's all right. Let him do DoorDash and bring all our wings and our game food to our house.
Oh, yeah, so while we looking at the game.
Everybody order y'all game food so Mo can pick it up for DoorDash. And when y'all answer the door and get your food, make sure you say "Go Dogs."
Go Dogs.
Do DoorDash Monday. Don't do it tomorrow.
So, any games tomorrow? Playoff game?
Tomorrow,
not playoff game, but regular season game tomorrow coming to an end, or what?
Yeah, yes, we talked about it Wednesday. The only play-in games, and I'll be honest. Okay, you got in the NFC, you got Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, Seattle Seahawks.
Oh,
if
that's
Green Bay wins, Green Bay wins over the Lions. Green Bay in. If the
that's
Lions,
gonna be a good one, yo. That game
I like the
Lions.
Yeah. Look, but what's the name? Play his butt off though.
Who?
The other night, Green Bay QB. He played his butt off. He was just like Tom. He played a damn near perfect game.
Man, damn Aaron Rodgers.
But you know what, Shane? If they have to play San Francisco in the opening round, that's not going to be good for the Packers. I mean, because they just can't seem to get past the 49ers in the playoffs for some reason. They cannot get past them for some reason.
Because,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it just baffles me because technically, as far as skill sets and stuff, Brady and Aaron Rodgers, I mean, some people could actually say that Aaron Rodgers is is the best quarterback,
Talent.
because he's a talented guy.
Yeah.
And they had all these loaded teams. Why is it that they've only won one Super Bowl? I just don't understand that.
Well, see, that's why they can't call Aaron Rodgers the greatest of all time. I think for me, the pecking order would be Tom Brady, then Joe Montana, and then after that, now I know y'all might disagree, but that's just my pecking order. I'm talking about far as quarterbacks. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Man,
I
you
like
left out the
Joe
greatest.
Payton.
You left out the greatest of all time,
Peyton.
Which is who?
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, but
Joe Payton.
I mean, he is, but I mean, I'm talking about in terms of
Winning.
championship. You know what I'm
Championships.
saying? Leading the team to the championship. I mean, yeah, because Peyton, the reason why Peyton don't have more than he should have is because Brady was there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
And
disagree. Only
he
reason I
couldn't get
disagree,
past.
bro.
He couldn't get past
But
Brady.
see, that's the point. If Brady was the one knocking him out of the playoffs, I would agree with that.
He
The
was
one,
though.
no. Look at the history of that. They wasn't meeting up in the playoffs like that. It's very slim time that they met up in the playoffs.
The Patriots and the Colts didn't meet up. I thought it seemed like
Yeah,
they met up a
they
lot.
have met up. They have met up, but it wasn't in the playoffs like that.
Well, that's even worse.
I always thought they played for the AFC.
Well, that means somebody else put him out before Brady had the chance to.
Yes, but let's be real. Let's think about this now. Let's think about this.
That's even worse then.
Let's think about this, Joe.
Even
Let's
worse,
think about
why
this.
not?
Let's think about this. In a 17-game
You
season,
ain't lying.
in a 17-game season, in a 17-game season, the New England Patriots was already 6-0. It was already 6-0. Right or wrong?
Okay, your point.
What year you talking about?
Every year. When
Yeah.
you go back and look at those years of the Patriots, you playing the Miami Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills, and the freaking New York Jets. And not one of them had a win. That was the laziest division you could think of. So the Patriots was going to come out of that division. You already got 6 wins playing those teams twice. Okay, now let's be
but
real.
that division Peyton Manning was playing in wasn't that strong either now.
Right.
Aside
Really?
from what? Maybe Tennessee, Jacksonville every now and then, and Houston every now and then. They
Come
wasn't
on,
that
man.
strong.
Jacksonville was a Super Bowl contender.
How many
those years.
times? How many times?
Not many.
One
time Super Bowl, but AFC title game maybe 3 times, and playoffs consistently. The Tennessee Titans playoff consistently. Come on, man. The Houston Texans playoffs consistently.
I mean,
Well, you
man.
now think about how you naming those teams. Look at the teams now. Now you're talking about Minnesota Vikings. You talking about the Bills. You talking about it's like a whole different breed of teams now that are like can easily be in the Super Bowl.
Yes. Now, but I'm talking about that time. What's up, bro?
I give you this much. As far as I do believe that the division, the Texans, the Titans, the Jaguars, I think that division was better than the AFC East. I think it was. However, comparing it to the rest of the league, that division wasn't really that strong. You know what I'm saying? Like you making it out to be. It really wasn't that strong. Come on now, bro.
Joe.
I mean, because you still had the Steelers back then. The Ravens were strong back then.
Yeah, the Steelers were definitely.
Yes, and those are the teams that the Colts was meeting, because the Colts are a 2 seed or 3 seed, because they're fighting in their division, where the Patriots are a 1 seed, because they got a 6-game advantage.
Well, I mean, they can't help that. You got to play who in your division, right? I mean, people said the same thing about Peach County for years. Oh, y'all playing that weak region. Well, it's the same thing with the Patriots, and I'm not a Patriot fan. And I'm gonna tell you when I fell out with the Patriots. I fell out with the Patriots that year they played the Raiders in the playoff. It was snowing. I can't remember the year, but it was very early in the dynasty.
2001, maybe 2002, maybe the tuck
And the
rule.
Raiders, okay, it was Ryan Long in there, and the Raiders
Mm-hmm.
got screwed in that playoff game. And I fell out with the
They
Patriots
did.
ever since then because the Raiders should have won that game. But
They
anyway,
should have. The
uh,
AFC Championship, I
but you
think
see
it
what I'm
was.
saying though. You got to play who in your division. You know, just because Miami and the Jets and whoever else, who else,
The
who you
Bills.
say
The
The
Bills.
the
Bills.
Bills. Back then they weren't the talent. They weren't drafting the talent like they should have been. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they wouldn't get the roster wasn't strong. You know, but now it's a
Definitely not the
different story.
Bills. They definitely
Yeah,
won. They just became relevant.
Yeah, they did
yeah.
too because they were just bad drafts. They was making bad drafts.
I
But
think it's gonna be an interesting. I think it's gonna be an interesting playoff this year, and I really can't even name a team, that would be in a Super Bowl right now because it's so many teams that are thriving right now.
let me
That
ask you, Sharon, only because you are a Tampa Bay fan and Dro, Jess, Mo, Barry, y'all can all chime in on this with y'all. Why is
that's
it?
Barry in the B. That's the B. Who the
Yeah,
B is?
that's
Oh,
fair. That's
Uh,
fair. Why is it that we crown someone to be a GOAT off of accomplishments in the ring status in a team sport? Why is that?
because it's easy to see the success of somebody when you see the accolades and the 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 awards and the accolades can speak for itself.
Yeah, but
And
if you
also,
look at,
what those teams would have won without that person on the team.
are you serious?
Okay, let's do it then. Would the Patriots have won all those Super Bowl without Tom Brady?
Hell yes.
no,
Oh my
no,
Hell
God.
yes.
No.
no.
Mm.
Hell
You
yes.
can't be serious, man.
Oh my
So so
God.
Would the
so so would the
Chicago
Bulls
Bulls have
had
won
them in the
6
championship
titles
without Michael
without
Jordan?
Michael Jordan?
Oh
I'm
my
sorry,
God.
Barry. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
My man, we basically said the same thing with the Bulls had them in the championship without Michael Jordan.
Oh my God.
Um, I think you could have put Peyton on the Patriots and done the same thing. I think, I mean, Tom gets a lot of credit, but let's be clear. Bill Belichick probably one of the best
Come on,
NFL
man.
coaches ever.
Come on and talk, baby. Come on and talk. Because if you think about every year Tom Brady got hurt, the Patriots were still successful. And
Brady
you
won
talking about
without Belichick. Brady won without Belichick.
with a
He got a
defense
Super
that was
Bowl without
already top
Belichick.
5 in the league. Are you serious?
He got a
But
Super Bowl
no,
without
when
Belichick.
Tom Brady got
Belichick
hurt,
still ain't
them
got
boys
down.
went 0-11 or something like that. When Brady got hurt.
No.
Y'all forgetting about
No.
Spygate and Deflategate. That's why I look at Tom Brady.
And y'all forgetting that Belichick got fired before when he was the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. How come he couldn't take them to Super
Saban got
Bowl
fired
glory
before
and thing?
too,
Exactly. Shit, the top
I
coaches in the
mean,
league, don't they?
here's what I'm not trying to discount Tom Brady. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to discount him, but what I'm saying is a lot of his success can be contributed to the guru that is Bill Belichick. That's
And you're
all
right.
I'm saying.
I agree with that. But what has Belichick done since Brady left? What
What
has
you
he done?
mean? The first year they was garbage, but the Patriots are relevant again because of his
Have they
offense.
won the Super Bowl? That's my question.
Bro, it's a team game, bro. I'll keep telling you. Why you think they let Brady go? Did they win it they last year before Brady left? No. They already was on a down slope. They
Okay,
already
then.
was going down.
Are they gonna win the Super Bowl this year?
Hell no.
Hell no.
But it's a team game. Are they gonna
Hey,
win the Super
Tom
Bowl this year?
Brady will
Tom
win
Brady
it
ain't
either.
gonna win it this year. Tom Brady can go back to the damn Patriots this year and still won't win it.
But you right. But Tom Brady won it last. No, he didn't win it last year. He won the year before last, I think.
With a
Won the year before
defense that was already stellar. With a defense, think about it. Go back to the Green Bay game in the NFC Championship game. Go back to that game. That wasn't Tom Brady doing that won that game for them. That was the defense.
So you think Tampa Bay would have won without Tom Brady at quarterback? Do you think they would have won the Super Bowl? I don't.
I'll say this. I'll say out of 32 teams in the NFL, with the team that Tampa Bay had last year, you could have put 16 other quarterbacks on there, and they still would have won the Super Bowl that year.
Oh, man, come on, stop it. They had a good defense with Jameis Winston. They ain't do nothing. Man, come on, man.
Jameis Winston couldn't see.
Come on, man. This man throw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions, man. I said 16
with that
others.
same defense, with that stellar
I
defense.
said 16 others.
The Super Bowl.
I said 16 others. And let's be real. When Jameis Winston was on Tampa Bay, and he's throwing those interceptions because he's getting hurried and everything, and he got a mediocre running back, the first thing everybody want to say is, Jameis Winston ain't shit. When Tom Brady come to Tampa Bay, the first thing they saying, you got to get him some help. You got to get an offensive line to protect him. You got to get a running back. So guess what?
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. So do that for every quarterback. Don't just do it for Brady and feel like he's the GOAT.
Look, if it's not a head coach or a team manager or a team owner job to get the right players for that quarterback to be able to like manage that football team, that's on the damn program. That's on the damn league. Their team, their organization.
I'm not knocking that.
You can't put that because everywhere that Brady has been, people, the team has supported him as trying to find him the right people to make his team successful and get him something to work with. You can't fault that.
Everybody in the scenario needs help. That's all I'm gonna say. Everyone, I don't think one could do without the other. And I will say, if you put, let me ask you this: do you think if Peyton Manning played for the Patriots instead of Tom Brady, we would be having this conversation about Peyton Manning as opposed to Tom Brady?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I think Peyton Manning would basically be reversed. Peyton Manning would have all the ring. But this is the question I want to ask you right quick, G. Or I should put it this way: if who has clout entering the room? Tom Brady. If Jameis Winston and Tom Brady enter the room at the same time, who has clout? Who has more clout?
Hey, bro, I can't believe you asked that. How can I say this about that question? That question right there is just ridiculous. Like,
no, it ain't ridiculous because how come you think Tampa Bay didn't get Jameis Winston help when he clearly needed? You know what I'm saying? But when Brady got there, they gave him what he needed.
I ain't gonna tell you personally why I think that.
Oh, I mean, we all listen now. That's a whole different subject, and I probably agree with you. But what I'm trying to say is Jameis Winston has not accomplished what Tom Brady has.
No, but nobody in the league of the history of the league has accomplished what Tom Brady has. Nobody has been to more Super Bowls. That's why he can call that kind of shots. That's not the issue.
Is that me?
It's not you. That's Shane.
And turned into a transformer.
That what happened when you work. That what happened when you work in the DC area.
Listen, you see how you turn on you on a dime, Shane?
No, I'm just saying.
It was me.
No, I'm just saying. Everything up there in the DC area might be bugged. That's all I'm saying.
Well, why Shane, you probably gonna have to go out and come right back in to fix your sound or whatever. But yo, let me put it to y'all like this, yo, and just if Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady walked in the room, I think Aaron Rodgers could get what he wants just as much as Brady.
Yeah,
I disagree.
Even though he don't have as many championships, but if Aaron Rodgers and Jameis Winston walk in the room, who got more clout?
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, then. All right.
So let me ask you something.
Patrick Mahomes and Jameis Winston.
Patrick Mahomes, they're proven winners. Although Green Bay has not gone to the Super Bowl, but once in Rodgers' career, they've gotten to the but they hadn't gotten to the promised land in a long time. I think criteria is an issue here too, because do you go by the number of rings won, or do you go by talent levels? You know
Well,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
it's by production. It's about what have you accomplished. See, like we all know, it's gonna be darn near impossible for anybody to catch Tom Brady in terms of championships at the quarterback position. But what have you accomplished? See, like, you have younger quarterbacks that have bypassed Jameis Winston. Like,
Yeah,
for example, what's his name? The quarterback at Baltimore. I can't think of Jackson.
Lamar Jackson,
Lamar Jackson. And then everybody blowing up Allen up in Buffalo. And then you
Josh,
got what's his
Joe
name out there
Burrow,
with the Chargers?
Shoot, Jameis backup quarterback surpassed him.
Joe Burrow
Yeah,
too.
Joe Burrow and what the fella name out there play with the Chargers?
Justin
Uh,
Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you're right. Now, yeah, and he couldn't see half part of the time. He couldn't see.
man, come in
So
here talking about some Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston more interested to talk about elbows and knees and things. You know, come on, man.
I mean, how can I explain? He ain't never been no runner. You know what I mean? He just, I
Hey,
don't know.
you
Sometimes,
say what you want to say. They give Tom Brady whatever he needs, and then try to say he's the GOAT. Well, let the other quarterbacks have that same. You can't get his so-called GOAT all the goddamn tools and call him a GOAT when you not giving that to any other quarterback to see if they can accomplish and reach GOAT status too.
But Jameis had weapons. Since we talking about Jameis, he had weapons. What did he do with them?
He
he couldn't see him.
when he had weapons.
He was helping the other team by throwing the interceptions.
He couldn't see
No,
him. That boy blind as a bat.
he had no offensive line.
So I mean, I think it's a catch-22, and I think it's a lot that goes into it. There's no one succinct answer. I mean, it's a lot of different. I guess, how do you say it? It's a lot of different scenarios that go along with the answer. I mean, it's legitimate. You can't really say who the GOAT is, because your GOAT might not be my GOAT, but we've got things to back up why we think that there's a GOAT.
Okay,
Now, it
Jess,
is a wrong answer.
yeah.
If you start talking about Matt Ryan the GOAT, then I'm gonna look at you crazy, but because you can't really back that up. But like with certain people, you can make a name for it, or you can make a case as to why they are who they are. So, and here's my thing with it. Like, Tom Brady gets to praise. One of my issues, Tom Brady,
You
but
breaking up now,
when
Jess.
they lose, okay, how about now? I think it was where I had my hand. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay. Tom Brady gets all the praise when he wins. But if they lose, then it's everybody's fault but his.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's fair, but
it comes with the territory, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory. But I mean, that's just, and that's not everybody. That's the Skip Baylesses of the world,
Yeah, speaking of that situation, what do y'all think about that tweet? I thought it was ill timed. He didn't read the room. That's what I felt about it. What y'all think about that?
I agree. I see it from both perspectives. I just, simply because I know how Skip is, I got what he was trying to say, but it was in poor taste, and it was poorly timed, and I don't necessarily think he meant anything, by that. He's just emotionally tone deaf, because he's a different kind of guy, and he's a butthole. But
And he's emotionally detached because he's not an athlete and never has been. So he can't ever relate on a level of an athlete, physically, mentally, any of that. So that's why he's so out of touch and out of pocket when he says shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I'm
Shane.
sorry.
Oh, that's why he's so out of pocket. But at some point, I know that a lot of that is drama, so it bring ratings to the show. But you can already tell that Shannon Sharp is tired of his shit.
He over it.
Yeah.
He's over it. Like, it's either gonna be, Shannon either gonna quit, go somewhere else, or whatever, and Skip gonna be there trying to debate and sitting there fussing with the wall, trying to come up with some stupid shit for the show.
Well, if you go back, today is Friday, right? It was either Tuesday or Wednesday when Skip hosted the show solo.
Tuesday.
And I immediately thought to myself, I said, Shannon's not there. Now Shannon did come back that next day, and he didn't go into why he wasn't there, but I think a lot of people assumed that he wasn't there because of Skip's tweet. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that show got high ratings when Skip was on there by himself. It felt
exactly
like Skip was trying to just make it through the show. And then when Shannon came back that next day, you could tell it was tense right from the start before they even started talking or whatever. And then, I kind of got the impression, Shannon was just going through the show, just, let's do the show and get it on over
Get
with.
it over with.
Because
but what made me mad is Skip was his stance on, I'm not taking the tweet down.
Yeah,
he was so adamant about, I'm not taking the tweet down. Like, he was saying, I don't give a damn what nobody think or how they feel about it. And that's how I took it. And that's why I was like, then it's time for them to even be thinking about what they gonna do. Either get Shannon another person on the show, or move Skip somewhere else, or somebody gets Skip need to be on Fox News, Fox Sports or something.
That is Fox Sports, but that's Skip's show. Like, Skip got Shannon on the show, so it's really like First Take. Well, First Take was Cold Pizza was his show. It's Skip's. I guess he's the
mastermind behind it.
Behind it. And I'll say this didn't just start. I mean, if you think about what happened 2 or 3 weeks before, Skip never apologized to Shannon from then, and he was mad then. When I saw him take his glasses off, I knew Shannon was mad, and he was trying to hold it in the road. And he's professional enough to compartmentalize stuff. But I mean, this has been brooding for a minute, because Skip never apologized for what he said to that man, and that was very, very insulting.
He took a personal shot at Shannon about his career. That it was. I think he said something regarding Shannon's career, and in an attempt to defend Tom Brady, wasn't it something like that?
Yeah, he said you're basically told him he was jealous because your career could never match up to Tom Brady. This man is a 3-time Super Bowl champion and in the Hall of Fame, and you trying to act like he's some buster, probably one of the best tight ends to ever play the position in the history of the NFL, and you trying to just downplay what he is.
Yeah, and I can understand why Shannon got mad about that. I mean, because you can't take away Shannon's accolades. You know what I mean?
Sure can't.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a champion 3 times over. So, I mean, Skip should actually I don't know if we don't know if he apologized to Shannon off air. We don't know that, because like you say, it is TV and whatever drives ratings. You know what I'm saying?
I want an apology on air, because I'm like my mama used to tell her back in the day, wherever you act your ass up at, that's where you're going to get it at. So if he showed his ass on the show, I need the apology to happen on the show.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yes.
Jimmy Wayne.
Yo, don't hear me?
He must be having issue with his sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he must be, and he's going in and out.
Somebody. Just remember what we talked about tonight?
What you mean? Oh, you ready for us to wrap it up?
Yeah, and then we're
He
gonna
must got
catch
that
Saturday.
other show going on.
No,
You got the other show going on.
Hmm.
no, no. We wouldn't plan on going this long. We over almost 2
Oh,
hours.
I'm just checking.
Oh well, I guess it's time to wrap it up. I guess is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
But
saying?
Georgia Bulldog fans, get prepared for Monday. Go on and get your chips, your wings, and all that stuff this weekend.
Your dip,
Your
your chips and
alcohol
dip.
run. Do whatever you need to do because we got a championship game on Monday to watch.
You know what?
Everybody else, just sit back and watch.
We were having a good conversation. And then you came in, interrupted, said we had to get out, and then you
As
come up with
always.
that with that ugly backdrop. I mean, come on, man, be
Eh,
respectful.
There you go, Jess. As always.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm being respectful. I'm just saying y'all can talk in the back room. I'm just we just
Good night, ladies. He done broke. I ain't feeling it no more. He done broke us.
Well, everybody in podcast land, we thank you for listening to us again. Athlete, if you know of any student athletes who are not getting any looks, just kind of reach out to us, and we'll see what we can do as far as trying to give you some advice on what to do and how to get yourself out there. And if we have any contacts and we can get you in touch with them, we'll do what we can because it's all about the kids.
That's right.
We're looking forward to Monday night. College football is over, and soon after that, NFL football will be over, and then I'll be sitting here looking like a little lost orphan, but that's okay.
Hey,
We have
Jess,
a
make sure you tell them this too.
okay.
Hey, Roll Tide, y'all roll to the TV on Monday night. Make sure you tell them I said that.
Mm-hmm.
And roll on to the TV.
I'm about to go.
And on that sofa while they watching that game.
Yeah, matter of fact, don't even cut on the TV. You might bring bad mojo. Don't keep the TV on. We don't care about y'all. So, we will be back Wednesday. And we'll probably have a lot to talk about because there'll be some significant coaching changes going on early next week, so we can all kind of talk about that. Anything else y'all want to add, guys?
I just want to say thanks to everybody who listened. Of course, Mo, my brother, he working hard with the podcast and everything, and Shan and Jess, Yo, and Mike. I appreciate each and every one of y'all keeping the people entertained every week. You know what I'm saying? They really buying into the show, and to all the viewers and the ones who interact with us, we really appreciate y'all, and good night.
We really do. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Live podcast, photo and entertainment, and Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a minute.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. And you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better